Dear students, welcome to Sia's digital classes. Today we have the concept of quartiles, deciles and percentiles for individual and discrete data. Let us deal. So let us deal first with quartiles. Quartiles are also an averages itself, just like median how we have done. Median is the middle value of the data, right? Similarly, for quartiles, four parts will be having. So the data, whenever we'll divide the data into four parts, we'll call them as quartiles. We'll divide the graph into four parts, right? So the same will call as quartiles. Whatever the four parts will divide, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 we call quartiles, four quartiles. So how it will go on, let us check it out the steps. So just now I said no, q in the graph will divide the data. So q1 is nothing but we'll call it as first quartile or lower quartile. Next q2 is called second quartile, that divides the data into two equal halves, so it is called as median also. So whatever we do the median, that is same as the second quartile q2. So third one q3 we call upper quartile, we'll call that one. Next Q4, fourth quartile. Q4 is ignored because already whatever will deal median, the same it will be reflected here. So Q4 it will not consider into formulas. So that is how quartiles will go on. Generally, quartiles in the sense we'll divide the data into four parts wherever we require to do the averages, where it is easier to deal with four parts of data, then we'll go for quartile deviation or quartiles. So here for discrete and individual data, let us check it out the formulas, how to deal the quartiles. So formula for calculating lower quartile individual series and discrete series. But for both of them, we have same formula, that is Q1 is equal to size of n plus 1 by fourth item. So just like median will do, right? In median n plus 1 by 2 will consider, because median divides the data into two equal halves, divided by 2 we do. Here quartiles will divide into four parts, right? So for that n plus 1 by 4 will consider. So that is the formula. If you learn median properly, that resembles for quartiles, further coming deciles and percentiles also. So to get the Q1, size of n plus 1 by fourth item will be considering for both discrete and individual data for both. Next Q3, because it's a third quartile. So what we'll do here is size of 3 into n plus 1 by 4. 3 times you have to multiply for n plus 1 by 4. Just like Q1 is first quartile. So generally 4, it will be divided into 4 parts. So for that n plus 1 by 4 we have taken. Now Q3, because it's the third quartile, 3 times you have to multiply with that. So 3 into n plus 1 by 4th item becomes your Q3 class or Q3 quartile. So that becomes your formula for individual and discrete data. Now let us check it out for deciles also. So deciles is nothing but the data, if you divide the data into 10 equal parts, those are called deciles. Check it out here. D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9. So these are the deciles, means it will be divided into 10 equal parts. And notation D1, D2, because those are deciles. So for just like quarters, deciles are divided into 10 equal parts. Now let us check it out the formulas for them. So for let us suppose for D1, if you want to write the formula, size of n plus 1 by 10th item, because those are divided into 10 parts, right? So divided by 10. Median divided by 2, because it divides into 2 equal halves. Quartiles 4, because it is divided into 4 parts. Deciles divided by 10, because we have 10 equal parts of the data. So similarly, whatever you want, D2, D3 up to D9, D10, everywhere you can go on dividing with 10, 10, 10. And if you, whatever the value you have, like D3 you have 3 into 3 times, 3 into n plus 1 by 10th item you should consider. Let us suppose some D8 you want to consider, 8 into n plus 1 by 10. Every time divided by 10 you have to do, into you have to do based on the particular decile which we want to consider. Like D3, here we have D3, how to consider? 3 into 3 we have, right? D3. So 3 into n plus 1 by 10th item we should consider. These are about deciles data. Next, let us check it out. One more we have as percentiles. Everybody knows percentile, right? From childhood we'll be doing, whenever we want to do percentages and all, definitely we'll go for 100%, isn't it? Nothing but data divided into 100 parts. So whenever 100 parts the data you want to divide and get the outputs, so what we'll do, we'll take the concept of percentiles. Data can be divided into 100 equal parts. So starting from P1, P2, so on up to P99, we can consider it, data has been divided into 100 equal parts. So those are the percentiles. Now let us check it out. Percentile formula for individual and discrete series. Okay. So first of all, for an example, they have given here P49. Check it out. Means for 49th percentile, how the formula goes on. Just like median, quartiles, deciles. Here also percentiles, same formula will go on, because it's a 49 into n plus 1 by 100th item, because percentiles are divided into 100 parts, right? So divided by 100. So whatever you want to do, whatever the number you have, like P10 you have 10 into, you have to do. P20 you have 20 into, you have to do. Divided by 100 every time. N plus 1 remains the same for median, quartiles, deciles and the percentiles. Okay, so these are the formulas for individual and discrete data. Now let us check it out examples, how that formulas will go on and how the answers we can drag out of it. So first example, check it out for individual series. Let us deal all quartiles, percentiles, deciles. Okay. So first one, let us check it out, quartiles, how to deal. So here I have taken the question that I want Q1, Q3, D3, P40. So all let us deal with the given formula. So for every time how we'll do the median, we'll arrange the data in ascending order, right? Here also quartiles should be arranged in ascending order. So given data, we have jumbled data, we have check it out. Here and there 4, 12, 7 like that we have. So for that data, let us arrange into ascending order, lower to upper values. So first value what you have here, 3 is the lowest one. So consider 3 first. Then we have least is 4, we have consider 4. Next least is 7, we have write on 7. So like that go on writing entire data into ascending order. That is your first step. Whatever you do, percentiles, deciles, quartiles, for everything, first step is arranging the data into ascending order. Okay. Next step. So let us check it out for Q1. So Q1 is, what is the formula we just discussed? Size of n plus 1 by 4th term, right? So Q1 is nothing but n means you have to count the data. How many are there? Check it out. How many data we have? Just count it. 9 we have. Check it out. N is number of observations. So just to count it. For individual, always we'll count the data, right? So N is nothing but number of observations. So check it out. How many we have overall? We have 9 observations. So our formula is capital N plus 1 by 4th term, right? So N is 9. 9 plus 1 by 4th term you have to consider. That is nothing but 2.5 we got. 2.5. So exactly it is dividing into half, 2.5, neither second value nor the third value. So how to decide which value to consider is nothing but what we'll do is we'll consider second term plus third term divided by 2 we'll do. Average. So average if you do for the second and third term, exactly values will get. Because 2.5 means neither we can't go with the second value nor with the third value. So what I'll do is second term plus third term divided by 2 I'll be doing. Now what is second term we have here? So second term is 4. Check it out. After arranging in ascending order, whatever the data you get, that you have to consider. So second term in our data is 4. Third term in our data is 7. So that two values you have to add up. 4 plus 7 by 2. So exact average value will get back. That becomes your Q1. 11 by 2 nothing but 5.5. That is how we calculate Q1. Okay. Now let us check it out one more, that is Q3. So how to do Q3? Just now we discussed the formulas, right? 3 into n plus 1 by 4th term. So 3 as it is, 3 into n is 9, just now we got 9 plus 1 by 4th term. So that is your 30 by 4. That is 7.5. Again, we can't go with 7, we can't go with 8 because 7.5, it is between 7 and 8. So what we have to do is go for the 7th term. 7 is 16. Then 8th term, that is your 17. 16 plus 17 by 2 you do, you will get the Q3 value. So 7th term plus 8th term, that is your 16 plus 17 by 2, 16.5 you got. So that is how we'll obtain the Q3. Okay, this is how quartiles will be done. Now let us check it out for deciles. So D3, first value D3 you have to do. That is the formula you have 3 into n plus 1 by 10th term. We discussed the formulas, right, for D3 third value. So 3 into n plus 1 by 10th value. Let us check it out. N we know already, it is 9. So substitute and get the answer. We got exactly third term. Check it out. So no decimals here. Third term directly. Go for the data. What you have the third value. After arranging the ascending order, whatever the value we got. So third value becomes a 7. So 7 you have to consider as our answer for D3. So 7. That's how we'll get a D3 value. Next, let us check it out for P4. Percentile, 40th percentile. So P40, let us check it out. Formula is 40 into n plus 1 by 100th value. Okay. So 40 into n9 we know 9 plus 1 by 100. So 40 into 10 by 100, nothing but fourth term. Here also exact value you got, check it out. So fourth term directly go for the fourth term where we have arranged in ascending order. Check it out. The fourth term is 9. So 9 becomes our P40. So P40 is a 9. So this is how we'll do quartiles, deciles and percentiles for individual data. Okay, now let us go for discrete data. How to deal discrete series whenever we want to calculate quartiles, deciles and percentiles. Let us check it out, that discrete series through an example. So here check it out, calculate Q1, Q3, D7, P60 from the following data. So some data we got, check it out the data, X values and F values. F is nothing but frequency. So whenever frequency with the general data you consider, that becomes a discrete series. We discussed in Unit-1, right? So that's how we'll consider, we'll go for discrete series. So let us discuss how quartiles and deciles we can obtain for discrete series. So first of all, we have to arrange the data in cumulative frequencies. So we have to get the data, cumulative frequencies data we have to obtain first. Before that, arrange again we need to arrange the data in ascending order, just like individual we have arranged data, right? So here also X values, whatever the first row you have X values, that you have to arrange in ascending order, and simultaneously frequencies will change based on that. So like check it out, first least value in X is 150, right? So first 150 you have to write down, and under 150 what you have F value 8, right? So 8 you have to include here in frequency column. So simultaneously you have to check frequency values. So frequency value should not be arranged in ascending order. Whatever you arrange X values into ascending order, its corresponding frequencies values you have to write down in the second column. You should not arrange into ascending, but whatever X values you will get, that corresponding values you have to write down simultaneously. Like let us revise that again. 150 is the least value out of all the X values. So 150 first I wrote, its corresponding frequency is 8. So 8 I wrote here for 158. Next least value is 152. Take that one, 152, and its corresponding value is 6. So write down 6. Like that, arrange in ascending order and then find out the cumulative frequencies. So let us go for the cumulatives. Cumulatives we have already learned in OG curves and all, right? So same arrangements you have to do. So cumulative frequency is nothing but first value carry on as it is from frequency. Frequency first value becomes the cumulative frequency first value for us. Now that first value of cumulative frequency should be added up to the second value of frequency, that is your 8 plus 6, that goes to 14. Then 14 should be added to 7. 14 plus 7 goes to 21. So similarly, all the CF values should be added to the next frequency values. In that way, we'll get entire CF column. So last value, whatever you have, that becomes the total of frequency, because frequency values only we are adding up, right? So overall 29, whatever the last value, becomes your capital N value. Capital N here in discrete case, capital N is total of frequency. So add up frequency, check it out, same value will get 29. So in this way we'll obtain the cumulative frequencies. Now next step, let us check it out. So now let us go for the formulas. Formulas are same, right, for discrete and individual. So same formula for to obtain Q1, n plus 1 by 4th term. So capital N is total of frequency, that is 29. Just now we got 29 plus 1 by 4th term, that becomes your 7.5th term. Again decimal we got, so decimal you have to break the tie. So check it out, 7.5, 7.5. Here you have to check it out in cumulative frequencies. Is there any 7.5? No, it's the next highest value you have to consider. So what you got here, 150 you got. So how you got 150 means 7.5th term we have, right? 7.5th term directly we don't have, and that we have to check it out in cumulative frequencies. Now 7.5 we don't have in cumulatives, so go for its next highest, that is your 8. So 8 corresponding x value, whatever you have, this x value, that x value becomes our Q1. So check it out, 8 we got as a cumulative, but you should not consider that as Q1. Neither f value is Q1. The x value, whatever you will get, that becomes a Q1. So in that way we will obtain Q1. Now let us check it out for Q3. Q3 formula already we know, 3 into n plus 1 by 4th term. So substitute, n is 29, substitute, divide and get the answer. I have got as 22.5th term. Now check it out, same value whether you have in our cumulative frequencies or not. So what we got, 22.5th value, right? 22.5. anyhow decimals we don't have here, so 22 in the sense maybe 23 if you consider, still we don't have. So next highest to 22.5 here in this table is 26. So 26 corresponding value, whatever you have, 160, x value again, not CF, not F, x value. So x value becomes your Q3. So this is how we'll obtain the Q3 value. First value Q1 we have obtained 150, next 160 becomes your Q3. So for discrete data, this is how we'll calculate Q1 and Q3. Now let us check it out, D7, deciles also, let us check it out for discrete data. So here they have asked D7, to obtain D7. So formula we know, 7 into n plus 1 by 10th term, right? So 7 into n we know already, substitute and get the answer. We got as 21st term. 21st term exactly the value you have, then consider, otherwise next highest. So next highest is 26 we got. So that again 160 becomes your D7. Let us check it out. So D7, 156 you got. So like that we'll obtain the deciles value. Next let us go for P60. So P60 we know the formula again, n plus 1 by 100th term, 60th value you have to obtain. So 60 into n plus 1 by 100th term. So substitute and get the values. You got 18th term. So 18 if you have in your cumulative frequencies or not, let us check it out. If you don't have 18th value, you have to go for next highest. So 18 we don't have here. Next highest is 21. So 21 whatever you have, its corresponding value becomes your P60. So this is how we got the value for P60. So always in discrete data, cumulatives you have to check it out. The term whatever you got, you have to check it out in cumulatives, next highest value. But answer for that data is x values. So Q1, Q3, D4, percentiles, whatever you want to obtain, answers are x values itself, not the cumulatives. Cumulatives are there to check it out which in which frequencies they are going. So its highest value or same value if exists, then particular x value becomes our answer. So this is how we'll obtain all discrete data, percentiles, deciles and quartiles. Okay, this is how we'll do individual and discrete data to obtain the quartiles, deciles and percentiles. Thank you.